All right. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. This is PC. And how is everyone doing tonight? It's been a while since I did a stream, but I figured I'd come on here and chat with you guys for a little bit. And I'm also bringing in a guest, uh, Mark from Metrotham Con is going to be on here, and we're gonna basically talk about Metrotham Con, which is about to happen next week, actually. So yeah, we're excited about Metrotham Con. Uh, I'm excited. It was a great time last year, and I'm very much looking forward to this year. And it's loaded with a bunch of guests, not just from Disney, but we also have wrestling guests like Mick Foley. We're gonna have Lou Ferrigno. Let me actually pull up the website. Metrotham Con. Hang on, metrothamcon.com. And we'll check out the guests and everything. So how is everyone doing tonight? I hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. What's up, Big Country? How you doing, man? Let's see. I'm gonna try to let me see how the video feed is. I'm using StreamYard, by the way, because I'm on my new laptop. So, that's what I'm doing right now. I sent Mark the link, so he should be joining here soon, hopefully. Yeah, I am. I'm just excited. I'm excited that I get a whole week off, by the way. Because I'm going to be going into my vacation. Oh, Lord. Ugh. I'm going to be going on my vacation. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. What's up, Win? What's up? I'm trying to figure out a way to share the link. Because StreamYard is being weird. It's not wanting me to share the link. Alright. Let's do it like this. I'm going to go into... I think it would be here. I'm streaming right now with Mark from Metrotham Con. What's up, Mr. Anime? Getting turned tomorrow. I just got my copy of Unicorn Overload also today. That's awesome. It's awesome, Win. I have no idea what that is. I know we talked about it, but I have no idea what that game is. I've not checked it out or anything. I know it's a game because you talked about it with me the other day. Always happy to support a good friend like you, PC. I appreciate it, Mr. Anime. It's been a while, dude. What are you up to? Oh Lord. Yeah, I think Mark is he's setting up his computer. He should be joining. Let's see. He should be popping up any minute now. But I'm gonna go ahead, share my screen with you guys. We're gonna check out Metrotham Con. Yep, the magical world of Metrotham. It's all Disney themed, which means that, some of the guests, well, most of the guests are from Disney. Uh, like I'm really excited about this. I'm hyped as hell because last year was great. I mean, we had great guests last year, and this one, it has some guests from my childhood that I remember very well. Judy Benson, the voice of Ariel. Christopher Daniel Bornes. Yeah, Borns. Yeah, Christopher Daniel Barnes. Sorry. Emily DeRaven. I've never really heard of her. I've actually just gotten into Once Upon a Time. I mean, I've been trying to catch up with some of these people. Oh, I think nope, that ain't Mark. You was waiting on your tax refund so you can get a PS5 and Stellar Blade. I haven't I haven't actually had the chance to look into Stellar Blade. But see, we're gonna have Sarah Natachini, the voice of Ash Ketchum. It's not just Disney. I mean, we got anime guests. We have actors and voice actors. We have James Marsters, Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk. Matt Ryan, Constantine. Mick Foley, hardcore legend Mick Foley. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to meet Mick. I cannot wait to meet Mick. David Yost, Blue Ranger, my favorite Power Ranger actually. I've always liked the Blue Ranger. I'm looking forward to meeting him too. Uh, I'm just excited, guys. It's gonna be awesome. Yep, Edward Ken Way. Yep, we're gonna have Adasa, Hector David Jr., Power Rangers Samurai. Judy Kun, Pocahontas. I mean, we're gonna have a good time. I think the Belle voice actress. I think she canceled her appearance. But aside from that, I mean, thanks, babe. Oh, there's Mark. There he is.
How is it going, everybody?
There's Mark. How are you doing? Last week,
Uh, a little tired.
a little
I'll be
tired.
honest. Yeah.
Yep,
Um,
getting everything ready for the convention, aren't you?
yeah. I just got home not too long ago from promoting at the AMC 18 for May the 4th be with you. So
Ah, how did that go?
it was good. Every time we do stuff like that, it's fun to get out there and meet people and um, kind of tell them what we got going on and what we're planning for this year and next year and all the
Oh
years
yeah,
after that. So yeah, it's fun to engage with the community and get them excited about the event.
everybody's saying hello, Mark.
Hello, how are you?
So like, what can we expect from this year? Like, is it
Uh,
going to be even better than last year? Did you hear me, Mark?
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
I'm here.
you froze there
Yeah,
for a second. Oh, I think you froze for a second.
I'm still here.
All right, there you are.
Um, yeah, I don't know what's happening.
uh, but I mean, I looked at the guest lineup. Oh, Doge and Ronan, what's up, man?
Oh yeah, it's
Mark?
gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah. Hang
That's
on.
that's my boy. That's my boy Matt Wolf right there.
Yep, Doge and Ronan. But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I was showing everybody the guest list and everything. You
Yeah.
know, people know I'm hyped.
Yeah. But yeah, to answer your question, it's Metrotham Con on steroids essentially. So
Oh yeah,
um, everything that we've done in the past, you could expect it to be bigger and better than ever, right? So
right.
um, every year we have a theme. This year it's the magical world of Metrotham. Here's our 11 by 17 posters of our artwork. So that's kind
Oh
of
yeah,
cool.
I like that. I'm definitely gonna get that.
Yeah. That will be a cool thing for people to have and get autographed by each celebrity that's there. That'd be kind of a cool thing to have.
It would be. So, like, what? I mean, aside from like guests and everything, like, how are things gonna be ran differently from last year? Mark, hello. What is going on? Hang on. Let me
So
hang on. Sorry about that. I think it's because I had
first,
the screen. I think it's because I had the screen share on, and it sort of messed up the stream a
okay,
little bit.
gotcha.
But what can we expect? Like what's going to be different from last year?
Yeah, so um, there's a lot, to be honest with you. We are trying to like the whole team, and I know you've seen some of that stuff. We're trying to
Yeah.
create an experience, right? An overall experience. Um, so, and that's from every aspect. So all the panels are going to be as interactive as they possibly can. We have basically a interactive portion of the convention where there's a separate stage in the main hallway, ran by our Metrotham Imagineers, right? That's what we're
Yeah.
calling it here.
So
Um,
that's what we're going to be called.
yeah, but there's a stage. There's going to be a lot of events that you can do kind of throughout the convention to earn like gold doubloons and pirate dollars. Think of like Captain Hook, right? Because we're Disney. Um,
Yeah, pirate dollars after
yeah,
me, pirate.
and there's going to be this big setup. I've seen it. Shout out to David.
Oh,
Um, it's basically there's treasure trove you can turn in like your pirate dollars and stuff and win prizes.
oh, that'd be cool. Oh, think Mark froze. Mark, you still with us?
Here, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you froze for a second. I don't know what it is. I think it might be StreamYard. Just
Possibly.
yeah.
Um, trying to see if there's anything in my settings that I can change. Um,
Uh, but I mean, I'm looking forward to it regardless. Like I've been wanting to meet Mick Foley. I mean, because that's what I like about Metrotham Con. You always have other types of guests there besides what the theme is.
Right.
And you definitely pulled the stocks there, like just
Yeah.
so many people.
Right. And back to the interactive stuff. So we're gonna have so when you think of Disney, you think of, you know, romance, love, music, dance, heroes and villains, right? You think of all these different things. So we're gonna have a sticker system basically. If you have a red sticker, that means you're looking for love. If you have a yellow sticker, that means you're looking for friendship. That way it's
Wow.
kind of identified, with every attendee, like, okay, they're looking for a little something extra, they're not looking for anything at all. You'll also have numbers assigned to you. We'll have a mailbox, like a mailing system. So if you're walking by and let's say you have number,
Oh,
I see you and we have a conversation. Are you still there?
yeah, I'm still here, but I think you're freezing for some
Station.
reason.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Uh, there you are.
Yeah. But the number system will allow you to just
Oh
go
my
to the
gosh.
mailbox, write them a message, right? And then you can check it,
Right.
and you guys can send messages back and forth, just kind of like a love letter type thing, or just a conversational piece. There'll be like mini Basil, I guess like journals from the Great Mouse Detective. That'll be kind of a fun.
Oh, that'd be cool as hell right there.
We're doing the Mickey ears. The mini Mickey ears will be hidden all over, and you can turn those in for pirate dollars or gold doubloons. For participating in panels and doing different events, you earn gold doubloons or pirate
Right.
dollars. So there's just a lot of fun, interactive stuff. The cosplay contest this year is called the Super Mario Super Cosplay Show.
Oh
All right,
yeah.
so it has a theme. So in between, we'll have Waluigi and Luigi are hosting it, and
Yeah, I saw that on the schedule. Like, there's different types of cosplay shows and stuff. Mark.
I'm still here. I don't know
Okay.
why it's cutting out.
I don't
But
know either.
teams and stuff kind of throughout, they'll be hosting cosplay limbo tug of war. A lot of fun Mario themed stuff during the cosplay contest to make it more fun and interactive, right? To make it an experience. And like you said, we have closet cosplay contest, the craftsmanship costume contest, risque,
Smash tournament. Smash tournament.
Smash tournament, Mario Kart tournament, Street Fighter tournament. We got
Mhm.
Werewolf by Night if you like playing Werewolf. We got several D&D campaigns going on. Lorcana tournament. We're also going to do something with Disney Villainous. Since we're Disney themed this year, so a lot of just different stuff that everybody's not used to or nobody's ever seen at a convention. Period. I guarantee you there'll be a lot of stuff that you guys are like, man, this is kind of unique. And if you any of those wrestling fans out there, Saturday,
Yeah.
we're bringing in the wrestling ring, and from 6 to 9 p.m. on Saturday, we got 22 wrestlers doing stipulation matches. Right, so we got a 12-man battle royale, a casket match, a hardcore.
Oh, Mark. Hardcore rules.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that. But I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on. Like like there's there's just so much there that I don't think anybody's gonna get bored. I don't see anybody getting bored. Hello?
Yeah, I agree. I'm here.
Okay. So I don't know what's going on here. StreamYard is acting weird.
Yeah, I mean, in a minute, I may try to log off and get back in, see if it's on my end.
All right.
But the wrestling thing, so we're not going to waste the ring all throughout the day. You'll have the opportunity to get in there and run the ropes. You got to
I
sign a
know
waiver.
how to do that.
Uh, you can pick your own entrance music and come out of the entrance and get into the ring to your music, and we're going to
can I
film it
can
for
I
you.
can I take a bump?
Maybe, maybe.
Please. Please.
Uh,
I know how to take a bump.
yeah.
I mean,
We're doing
I'm trained. I'm trained. I can go.
yeah. We're doing a promo battle with a wrestler. You know, you get in the ring on the mic, he cuts a promo on you.
Ah, shit.
You know, think of like Eminem rap battles, like you and the
I'd be
wrestler.
like I'd be like MJF.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We
um.
got to get him. We got to get him one of
Yeah.
these years.
Yeah.
Please, Mark.
Yeah.
Get MJF.
I'll do that. Do that. You get to call a match. We're doing a 50-minute Ironman match, and we're swapping out. So
Wait, calling a match? Like actual like calling a match or commentary?
yeah, commentary essentially. Like you're.
Wait, what?
Did you get that?
What? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you'll
I,
be calling the match ringside. So our JR there that stays there the whole time, and then attendees
really?
get to come up and be the sidekick and call. We're gonna do a 50-minute Ironman match where they just go. You
My
call
God, yeah, Stone Cold. No.
them. So there's
Yeah.
just a lot of stuff. We got Nerf wars going on. We got several of the fandom cars that'll be there. Yeah, just everything. Like I said, it's Metrotham Con on steroids. It's going to be an experience for sure.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, babe. I'll be all right. She's telling me not to get in the ring. Oh gosh. Fierce apathetic Black Queen said Disney back then. My favorite was Princess and the Frog and Beauty and the Beast and the original Little Mermaid. Speaking of that, Judy Benson's gonna be there.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
I watched the video that you guys posted on Instagram of
Hmm.
her. Uh, so how many days is she going to be there? All three?
All 3 days. Yep.
Good. I think that was one of the guests that everybody's looking forward to meeting. I mean, I'm looking forward to meeting all of them, but the guest I'm looking forward to the most is Mick Foley.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my favorite wrestler. One of my favorite wrestlers.
Did you watch the video that we posted of him just the other?
Yes, I did. Oh yeah. When when said grown ass man pile driving each other in P4. Hey, uh, yeah, win is wild. But so how many days is Mick Foley gonna be there?
So he's currently scheduled to be there Sunday only, but he may get there early enough Friday to come in and some
So
people.
so he's only doing one day.
No, he's scheduled Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he may get there early enough on Friday to be able to meet and greet some people Friday as well. So maybe 3 days. So at least 2 days, maybe three.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. All the guests are pretty incredible. You know,
Oh
especially
yeah.
for a city like Chattanooga. You you wouldn't
Oh
expect to see
no.
something like that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh no. I mean Chattanooga, it's not a small town at all. I mean, there's a
Right.
lot of stuff there.
Hmm.
I mean, even Quentin was not like me and Quentin were talking about that, like he lives in Nashville
Right.
and he was saying that, he loves Chattanooga.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a different kind of feel,
Hmm.
than like your big city. There's a lot of outdoorsy stuff.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of
I mean,
historical
I
stuff.
lived I lived there for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's like my second home. That's how I consider Chattanooga my second home. Cause I
yep.
I pretty
Yeah.
much when I was working in Tennessee, that's where I mostly hung around. But oh, DJ, she said she heard that Seto Kaiba is gonna be there.
Seto Kaiba is going to
Yep,
Eric Stewart.
Eric Stewart,
Yeah.
who also voiced Brock from Pokemon and James and Squirtle.
And James
Yep.
Turtle
I
and
also
Blastoise and a bunch of people.
I found out that Eric Stewart also voiced Koenma in the Yu Yu Hakusho movie.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And
We
I'm
don't
pretty
talk
sure
about that movie.
pretty sure he voiced the main character from the Slayers too.
Oh, yep.
I don't want to mispronounce the name. Because I shame on me, I didn't watch the Slayers, but I hear it was popular at one point.
Oh yeah. I mean, we got a bunch of guests that are going to be there. I mean, Lou Ferrigno, James Marsters,
Yeah. So I mean, what other than Mick Foley, like who else? I
David
tell you
Yost.
what, I, yeah, that's a good one. But
Hmm.
James Marsters, when I got his video, I think that was the first time I was like, man,
Yeah. Hello.
yeah, I was a huge Buffy fan. So when
Yep. In the '90s.
like, oh man, I was like, here it is, Dragon Ball Super. He was Brainiac and
Oh, and he was also Piccolo in the Dragon Ball Evolution movie. Yeah.
he's done the voice of Lex Luthor before.
Hmm.
He's done a lot. So
Yeah, he was also he was Piccolo in Dragon Ball Evolution.
mhm.
Oh
that
God.
was that was the best part.
Yeah. But I mean, Buffy, yes, like growing up in the '90s, that was my show.
Yeah,
That and Power Rangers.
right.
And Spike was one of my favorite characters. And here's the thing that I found out, like, James Marsters, he's a good singer.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
a
one
really
hundred percent.
good singer.
Yeah,
Like it would be interesting to see him do karaoke or something.
maybe that'll happen.
Maybe. Cuz
um,
he's got a good range, good everything. He's
yeah,
good.
yeah. He's definitely he's talented in multiple ways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
And Jodie Benson, she's really good too.
yeah, I mean, and you think about that. So Judy Kuhn, who did
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas, Colors of the Wind, and Just Around the River Bend. I mean, those
Oh my
Pocahontas
gosh.
won Oscars, right, for the
Hmm.
music. Um, so to get to hear her sing,
Yeah. Mark, you still there?
yeah, I'm here.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry
I
guys.
could.
Yeah,
Let me see
StreamYard
if I
is
can.
acting weird.
Let me see if I could fix my internet here.
All right.
Let me see.
Yeah, yeah, it keeps. I don't know why. It just keeps doing that. I don't know if it's just StreamYard or, you know, I don't know what it is. Is everything going fine on my end, guys? Let me see something real quick. What do I have my settings on? I don't think I can change my settings. Mm, let's see. Oh, yeah, we lost him. It's all right. Uh, yeah, David Yost is good. Mm, let's see. I'll ask him that when he comes back. Oh, there he is.
Let's see if that's better.
It looks like it. It looks like it. Which, by the way, I'm on a new laptop, so. BJ Starshine wants to know. I know that some people were requesting what kind of guests you're going to invite to the con, but do you have any requests you've gotten from fans that were impossible to invite or not?
um, I don't. I think after this year, I don't know if anybody's impossible. Um, Aside from the fact that people that will only do, like San Diego Comic Con, some of the huge conventions like that,
Yeah. Well, I
um,
mean, it'll eventually get there.
yeah, and it's just one of those things where, um, you know, some conventions or some studios pay celebrity talent just to go to San Diego Comic Con to hype up an upcoming project or something, and they normally don't do um, conventions unless they do stuff like that.
Right.
But somebody that I've gotten multiple times is like, "Hey, can you get Mark Hamill?"
Oh
Um,
God.
uh,
Oh Lord.
like
I
I
mean,
would,
I've gotten in trouble over Mark Hamill on Twitter. People basically telling me about his autograph prices.
uh-huh.
Yeah, there's no way. I
I
mean,
mean,
I couldn't afford it.
right. And I get it. And I try to make things as affordable as possible,
Right.
but
And yeah, but
that,
there's no way.
that's Luke Skywalker, man.
I know. I know. And he's also the Joker and
Yeah.
everything. Like, I mean, that's my childhood.
Yeah.
But if he unless he somehow makes a deal with you, like, unless you pay this guy bukus of money, I don't know.
Yep. It'd probably take at least a half a mil.
Oh yeah. I mean, this guy, he knows his worth. I will get that.
Mhm. Yep.
But what guest like is not outside the window? Like who would you like want to book,
Um, you know, aside from, some of the obvious, there's not I don't really think there's after this year, I don't think there's really anybody that's kind of out of the realm. Aside from, you know, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, Henry Cavill, guys like that. It's just way
Yeah.
too much. Ben Affleck, big huge superstars, The Rock,
Oh
but
yeah.
everybody else that's at one point was an A-lister or as current like B and C listers. I don't really think there's anybody that's kind of out of the range um, or obtainable, as long as it fits with what we're trying to do, as far as
Right.
the themes and stuff go.
So what is next year's theme going to be?
Um, it's going to be Trek Wars.
Trek Wars.
Yeah. So
Oh, oh god.
Star Trek versus Star Wars.
I know someone who would love to be there.
Yeah.
Big Star Trek fan.
Yep. I've already been working on the guests
All
for
right.
next year. So
Okay, okay. I know. I was just
yeah,
never mind. But
I know somebody too.
oh gosh. But I mean, what me and you we were talking about another convention that you said you might plan to do for Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
Uh like this would be like just a one thing ordeal, like, like to sort of, be the middle thing, like so that way
Yeah.
we don't have to wait so long for Metrotham Con.
Yeah. And the plan or thought process is, make it a 1 day or a 2 day, no more than a 2 day, and kind
Yeah,
of tone down, the amount of guests, maybe
right.
do like 5 or 6 guests, still, really good guests, still have a, kind of a theme that kind of segues into the main theme of of Metrotham Con, the bigger show. Um, and just kind
Right.
of it's like an extension of it, and it's in a different, kind of location. We can reach a whole nother audience.
Oh yeah.
Um, so yeah, and then again, we'll try to make it as affordable as possible, and um, that's something that's definitely will come sooner rather than later.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I'm excited about this year though. I
Hmm.
mean, like, you know, it looks like you guys just, you threw every single idea like there, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Jedi Training Academy, um, the live action Mario Kart racing. I think people always love that. We got the Defense Against the Dark Arts class. We got a
Harry
potions
Potter, a
class.
little bit of Harry Potter.
Yeah. We got the Slytherin serpents, so you can go and pet the serpents that I will stay away from the House of
Same here.
Slytherin.
I can understand why Indiana Jones is afraid of snakes.
Yeah, yeah. I don't do any of that stuff.
I mean, my
So
girlfriend, she had to kill a snake today.
uh,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. I don't do the creepy crawlies, man. Um,
Uh,
they
she,
got a big huge snake too, and they're like, oh, you need to for charity. I was like, no, I don't do snakes.
yeah. I mean, Pee Wee Herman, he saved a snake.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You
hey,
know.
that's old Pee Wee.
So in order of manliness, it'd be you, then Henry Ford, and then Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah. Right. I'm okay with that.
He's okay with that. Uh, but what are some rules and regulations for your con? I don't think it's going to be any different than last year's, is it?
No. And on the website there's kind of a rules and regulations spot. We want to put on the most fun, safe show as humanly possible. Um, we have a team of security that'll be there.
Right.
Then we have, armed police officers that are there at night
And
for,
we got Dustin.
right. So we'll be good.
Dustin. Aaron is good. Aaron's a good too. I mean,
Yeah.
he's head of security.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll handle anything that comes our way. We'll be good.
Oh yeah. I mean, just put Dustin out there. He'll take care of everything.
Mhm.
He'll stop anything. Like if something goes wrong, he'll
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah.
But I was watching the video that you and Dustin did of putting up the rig and everything.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize he looks like Jesus. He does.
Yeah.
Like his hair is so long. It's like he could be a clone of Moist Critical.
Right. I see that.
But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to me of seeing everybody. It's always good to see the family. I
Yeah.
call them, you know,
Yeah.
and that's one of the things I love about Metrotham Con is just the family, environment. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. And I mean, that's kind of what we, strive for. We're here to do a service to our community, right? As a team.
All right.
And we need to do it, together and have fun and
You
work
made me
hard.
cry last year.
I
Like,
mean, hey, there were a lot of people that cried.
yeah,
I
Mark,
cried.
Mark, Mark gave a. For those of you who don't know, Mark gave a speech. Like, it was like just, I was crying,
Yeah.
and and everybody else was crying, and and this is just. Uh, I mean, you said it like we're a family,
Hmm. That's true.
and like the just moments, creating moments. That's what you said. You love creating moments.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that moment of that little kid, that came all the way from Ohio. Was it
With
Ohio?
Chicago.
Oh,
Chicago.
Chicago. He
Yeah.
came all the way from Chicago just to see Vic, and
Hmm.
and Mark took him in, and we got to see a good moment there. Like it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome. His name was Darius, and he had that um I lift weightlifting like Vegeta shirt or something.
Yeah.
And he was,
I like your shirt.
oh, it was great. And then he
Yeah.
came and embraced him, and it's like, oh man, that's it. That's why I really enjoy doing this.
And
Um,
and of course, this year we're hoping to get some more moments.
yeah, and that's what it's all about. Is let's bring everybody together, let's have fun, let's create, incredible, amazing memories, create, long lasting friendships, and find new loves and all that stuff. It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's always fun, I mean, yeah, the guests, and going to the events and everything is good and
Hmm.
all, but there's much more to it than just that.
Yep.
And the fact that you guys are putting so much effort and time and dedication into this, to make it as big and as great as possible. I mean, like that's what, it like I feel like, you know, I can't, say any more great things about it, and always look forward to it every single year
Yeah.
because
Um,
I mean, you guys just do so much.
yeah. I mean, I love giving to the community, right, and to our fans.
Mhm.
I just want that to kind of grow, cultivate this thing, and watch it grow. Um, and I think that's the track that we're on. If we just keep working at it, keep getting better every day, keep improving, coming up with new ideas. And I think that's something that will always kind of be ahead of the curve is our ingenuity, like our creativity when it comes to um, like the content and stuff, because I never want to be a
Oh yeah.
copy and paste. I don't want to be a copy and paste convention where, I
No,
just,
having the
let me,
same guest,
I like
having the
this
same
idea.
guest.
Let me do that. Let me just do what you're doing. That's lazy. Um,
Honestly, I mean, the the whole idea of, having different things there, and being different from all the other conventions. I mean, and it's obvious that, you're influenced by a lot of things too,
sure. Mhm.
because this isn't just a, comic book convention or an
Uh-uh.
anime convention,
Nope.
or I mean, this is a fandom convention, like, you know, everything,
Yeah.
to celebrate everything.
Right. And
And I mean,
it's for everyone. I
mhm,
think that's what a lot of people miss.
oh
Like
yeah,
a lot of conventions miss. It's like, I've heard, well, why would you, get this guest, or why would you do that? It doesn't kind of cater towards your, traditional convention audience. So why would I want to
yeah,
limit myself to only people that go to conventions? I think I've said this to you before. Like, I
mhm,
want everyone to come to our
yeah,
convention and experience that. Um, Nerd, non-nerd,
gamer,
Marvel,
non-gamer,
DC, whatever. It doesn't matter. There's something for you. I guarantee it.
yeah,
Um,
and if
and
there isn't, then I mean, we failed.
right, that's true. Um, and I've told you, I want the Muggles to come out. I use that term all the time.
Harry Potter,
Your everyday, people who think, I'm not going to do that. Dressing up in costumes is only for Halloween. Um,
it
you
could be
know,
for everyday life
sure.
if you want it to.
I mean, in all reality, most people put on a costume in their everyday lives. It's
Heck, I
true.
mean, a wrestler. I mean, they
Yeah.
they dress up and go out there and perform, and they're playing a character.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
single night, just about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think about it. If you are in retail, you may be having the worst day ever. You may not be happy or excited, but guess what you do? You put a smile on your face, and to some degree, you're wearing a mask, right? That's not how you really feel. That's not who you really
No.
are. But you got to do it to get the job done, right?
Hmm.
Um, but
Or wear a hat that you
sure,
don't really want to wear every day, but you have to.
sure,
But I mean, it's life. But sometimes, we need a break from that, and a break from the mundane, and just be somewhere where we can enjoy ourselves and, you know, make moments.
yeah. And there's a place for that third grade teacher. There's a place for that,
Hmm.
Harvard educated lawyer. There's a place for that introverted kid who, is never really seen the light of day. And you know what I mean? There's just, I promise you, like, come here and experience some different things, and kind of open yourself up to it. And that's why I really want to try to, a lot of conventions will promote at other conventions. Well, you're
Hmm.
only reaching like-minded people, right?
Hmm.
You're just reaching the same types of people. If we do that, we get
Right.
caught in this vicious cycle of only having the same type of people at our
Right.
conventions, right? Why wouldn't you want to tap into the majority of the population, right? Because the majority
Right.
of the population doesn't go to conventions. That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Oh yeah.
If the majority of the population went to conventions, then San Diego Comic Con would have 200 million people at it, right? Because there's
Yeah.
what, 380 million people in America.
And
Um,
yeah, and I've never even been to San Diego.
right. And at most it gets what, 200,000 people. That's nowhere near the
Mm-mm.
majority of the population, and that's the mecca, right? Like, that's
Yeah.
huge.
Well,
um
that and
New
I
York
mean,
Comic Con.
in terms of Comic Con, comic conventions. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean
You know,
that's the end all be all.
and
Like,
the term Comic Con drives me nuts nowadays.
yeah,
If you have Comic Con in your name and 80% of what you're doing isn't comic book related, you should not have Comic Con in your name.
yeah,
You shouldn't. It's
no,
you know I get it. That's kind of like the traditional thing because San Diego
right,
Comic Con come up with it, and they got that patented. And like a lot of
right,
conventions that use Comic Con, they sue them. Like so, Salt Lake. It was Salt Lake City Comic Con was what it was called originally.
right,
Now it's called FanX because San Diego Comic Con sued them because they had Comic Con in their name, right?
yeah,
Um, so it in most conventions nowadays, let's face it, they're not comic book conventions, right? They're
no,
pop
they're
culture,
pop,
a
yeah,
bunch of
everything.
celebrities, a big vendor hall, and that's it. Yeah.
Uh, Wynn said, I heard Salt Lake City from odds one out. Salt Lake City Comic Con?
Yeah,
I
so FanX or whatever it's called now in Salt Lake City, they had to pay San Diego Comic Con. I think it was 40 million they were
That's
awarded.
ridiculous.
Well, I mean, they had a copyright infringement on the word Comic Con.
They shouldn't be able to do that. I mean, that'd be like if WWE sued AEW for using wrestling.
Well, no, it's the word, right? The verbiage.
Yeah,
If AEW was called, World Wrestling whatever, and it
all
was like
elite.
super close to what
WWE.
WWE is, it kind of
Well,
infringes on their brand.
yeah, I mean that's why
Yeah.
WWE had to change their name from WWF to WWE
Yeah.
because they got sued by
Same thing. The
yeah,
wildlife,
World
whatever.
Wildlife Federation
Yeah.
Foundation. Yep, because they were getting their checks and everything.
Same thing.
Hmm.
um,
Uh, Wynn said that he made a video about Salt Lake Comic Con and they changed it, which again they cannot do because it was supported by the fans.
yeah.
Why do you think FIFA 23 was renamed to FC 24? Was
Yeah.
because of those patents. Yep.
Yep. And ultimately, if San Diego Comic Con wanted to, they could go after every convention that has Comic Con in their name.
Yeah.
But I guess they figured, Salt Lake City was kind of close enough to them where it would maybe confuse people. People would think, oh, they're affiliated because they're both
Right.
Comic Con. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I just don't like that term anymore. I think it's outdated.
Right.
Um,
Just call it, something cool, like,
yeah, yeah. Come up
you
with something
you
cool.
yeah, you came up with Metrotham Con. You
Yeah,
put Metropolis and Gotham together.
right.
Metrotham.
Yeah, there
But
you
I,
go.
I love how they call it Metroham.
Oh yeah. We leaned into it too. So Metro Ham is our mascot. So
Yeah, and Wynn said he thinks it's outdated too.
yeah,
The I mean, that's why when I was talking to the city, they asked me if I would be interested in doing something like that for my town.
hmm,
And I said, well, it would have to be a small event anyway because our town only has like 2,000 people,
right.
and like, and I was gonna call it Barberville Comic Con, but I called it BarberCon.
Yeah,
You
there you
know,
go. Um,
so I took that out. Comic Con.
and another thing, so another way to reach the other people, the Muggles,
Right.
you take that stigma out of it by removing the Comic Con. Because
Hmm.
think about it, if somebody who's never been to a convention before, you mentioned Comic Con, they're like, "Oh, that's where those comic book nerds are," right? I don't want to go
Yeah.
to that. you take away that name, you take away the stigma behind it
Mm-hmm.
for the majority of the population, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
now it's like, okay, I've taken the name away. I'm not going to make it all about cosplay. That's another thing. I love my cosplay. We have
Oh
what,
yeah.
4 or 5 different cosplay contests. Trust me,
Right.
cosplay is a big part of our convention. But when I'm talking to somebody outside of the convention world, I'm not
Right.
going to lead with cosplay. I'm not,
Right.
because that's going to scare them away. It is, so you just got to know your audience, and know how
Mm-hmm.
to talk to them and find that connection, right? Whether it
Right.
be Lou Ferrigno. Oh man, I watched Lou Ferrigno, and in the '70s on TV, it was so incredible. I
Incredible
watched
Hulk.
Pumping Iron.
Pumping Iron.
Find that connection. Find a reason why they would want to go, and then when you get
Yeah.
them there, wow them with your content,
Yep.
right? Like, man, this is fun. There's stuff for the kids. I can
Mm-hmm.
go and do karaoke. I can hear Disney princesses sing. There's Ghostbusters here. I can get photos with really cool cars. Just, you got to
Yep.
wow them with the content once you get them there.
And the whole wrestling thing that you're doing,
Yeah.
and plus Mick Foley's your first ever wrestling guest. That's that's the
Yeah.
interesting thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good one to start with.
Hmm. I mean,
um,
he's a hardcore legend,
yeah. WWE Hall of Famer,
Hall of Famer. You know,
champion,
yep.
part of one of the
Man with
most memorable. Yeah,
man with 3 faces.
yeah, part of one of the most memorable matches in
Mama
history.
Foley's favorite boy.
Yeah. So,
Oh my gosh, I wish I could. I would like to just announce him. Please, can I announce him? I could give you a ring announcer. I could.
okay, we'll see.
I mean, I'm no Samantha Irvin. Samantha Irvin is good. Like
Yeah.
she, oh my gosh, like
No, she's great.
I love the way that she introduces, like, you know she introduces Chelsea Green. That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can just tell that she puts a lot of time and energy into it.
Oh yeah.
She's good. She's good at what she does.
Oh yeah.
Um,
And plus, right now, wrestling is one of the hottest things right now. You know, so that's definitely a good thing for your convention.
whether it be for a good reason or a bad reason.
I mean,
You do away with the Vince McMahon era, and now it's kind of on
yeah.
uncharted territory. It's like, okay, what's going to happen?
Oh yeah.
You got the rise of other promotions. You got the uncertainty of WWE, and where is Triple H going to take it, and what's going to happen.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
really, the
you
first
don't
time you
know.
don't have a McMahon, at the helm. So
No.
we'll see.
Win said, I love Anime Detour because there's no con within the name. When it comes to cons, I always do hang out with buddies for 3 straight days doing stupid shit and gathering with actors having memes. He loves Erica Mendez.
Yeah,
And he's been wanting you to invite her.
yeah. I've met Erica a few times.
Yeah, he wants you to invite her. And I'm like, I can't make Mark invite somebody.
I have met
Just
her.
because, I mean, that's up to you.
Let
I mean,
me see.
I can,
I think I got something. I think I got something right here. Let me see.
see, when I can't make him invite people.
So, didn't she voice this character?
Yep, Agretzico.
There you go.
He says, I know.
Uh, she
Oh,
sounds.
Win has a question for you. Mark, he said, here's a fun little question. Mark, you and I would make a anti-harassment video for Metrotham Con. I think he's wanting to ask you if you want to make a video with him.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Sure.
Siri, what? Siri just went off.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
don't,
need to unlock your iPhone first.
I don't, we don't tolerate any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things that me and him have actually talked about, and like anti-harassment. There's been, groups of people like, cosplayers and, a lot of guests that have been harassed by a. Group of people. I don't want to name any specific person. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm just referring to them as a group of people. And
yeah,
I'm anti-harassment. I mean, I like to go to a convention, not to be bothered. And I think that's anybody. Not just not just the guests and cosplayers. I mean, that's anybody.
right. Um, so what was that? So Justin Briner Deku's recently made a little announcement stating recently about some of the worst known to man.
It's terrible. I've never in my life would I ask someone that crap. Oh, he's talking about. I think it was an incident that somebody asked an off color like question or something to him, and you know he was bothered by it.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's kind of like the Total Biscuit ordeal. He had his own convention, and they had a panel where somebody was asking them, are traps gay? And it's a meme. It's
Yeah.
basically an internet meme, and they were asking that question, and they ended up kicking the guy out of the convention. I mean, and
Um,
it wasn't like an offensive thing. It was just a meme.
right.
But I mean, I don't think you tolerate harassment at all.
No, I don't. But there's such a fine line with that stuff, especially
Mhm.
nowadays. Tolerance of certain things is at an all time low. A lot of stuff isn't tolerated that was tolerated just a few years ago. You look at comedians can't make jokes about anything anymore, right? So it's
Mhm.
a tough time to be a comedian, I would say.
Yeah,
Um,
George Carlin would not. He'd be canceled.
yeah, I mean, regardless of what side of the political spectrum or religious
Or
spectrum that you
Richard
land on,
Pryor.
it's you just I don't know. Yeah, you
Yeah, you
really
can't please anybody, and I don't think you try to please anybody. I
yeah.
mean, everybody.
Hey, I just I try to be a good person and kind of treat everybody the same with respect. Um,
Oh yeah, it
and
goes both ways.
sure,
I
and
mean,
go ahead.
yeah. I mean, it goes both ways. I mean, respect. You respect me, I respect you.
Sure,
I mean, that's how it should be.
and I'm gonna do my best to be as good of a human being as I possibly can. Do we all have faults? Sure. Are other moments when I could do better or be better? Absolutely. But that's stuff that you work on every day of your life until the day you die.
Is there an incident that ever happened at a Metrotham Con like that? Like you guys were aware of or anything?
Um, just very, very small stuff that nobody else would know about because we just handled it quickly.
Yeah, like kids stealing stuff.
Um, just little stuff like that. It's that stuff's tough.
Oh yeah, the political spectrum stuff. Yeah, Metrotham Con ain't like that. When
Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about Vic. You know, Vic and Yowie art thing. Hell, voice actors can reject requests and questions. Yeah,
I mean, ultimately, as an individual, you can reject whatever the heck you want. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like if now, whether that's like a breach in your contract with the convention or whatever, could be a whole separate other thing, but if somebody's like, hey, I don't want to sign that goes against my personal thoughts or beliefs or whatever, that's their right to do so, and vice
which
versa.
which I think the reason why he didn't sign it was he doesn't sign anything that's non-canon.
Gotcha.
And that's respect for the original creators that made the art,
Yeah.
and that I think that has less to do with his beliefs because I mean
Right.
there's a video of Vic, defending,
Oh yeah. No,
yeah,
this wasn't like, this was a blanket statement, not like directly at Vic, but I'm just saying anybody. Like
yeah,
if I took, just for instance, this is some fan art that I would like for James Marsters to sign,
right,
right? If he tells me like, hey, I don't really want to sign that,
right.
okay. You know what I mean? Now, does that suck? Sure, because I wanted my cool fan art signed, but at the end of the
Right.
day, I can't be like, "Ugh, you have to sign my fan art. You know what I mean? Like, no, he doesn't want to sign it for whatever his reasons
Yeah,
are.
his art. Yeah, I mean that's
And that's his
his
prerogative.
it's his prerogative. I mean, he can
Yeah,
do. He can sign anything else you might have.
sure.
I mean,
Yep.
but I
And
mean,
again, does it suck? Sure, because I wanted that signed, but
right,
what am I going to do? I can't make him sign it. So
right. But getting back on topic though with
yeah,
Metrotham Con, like it was like last year. It was sort of like we didn't have a whole lot like in terms of things for kids to do, and I mean this year, I mean you definitely stepped up.
oh yeah. It's and that's why I say it's Metrotham Con on steroids. It's
Yep.
everything. There's a ton of kid stuff.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
all the make and take stuff, shield make and take, mermaid make and take. There's paint and takes. There's the Jedi training academy.
Right.
There is the royal tea parties for both kids and adults. You got the live action Mario Kart races. We got a kids concert, kids cosplay contest, face painters, Captain Jack tattooing. Like Captain Jack will put a temporary tattoo on you.
Ah.
We got balloon twisters, all kinds of stuff.
Are,
We
are
got
we
our
gonna
team
have
there.
are we gonna have actual tattoo artists though down there?
We should. Yeah, we're finalizing that stuff right now.
Good. Cause I've been dying to try to get some ink on my skin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do you think you're going to go with?
Uh, I'm wanting to get something personal.
Yeah.
Cause
Mm,
I a lot of deaths in my family and
yeah.
friends and everything, and I'm trying to figure all that out. Figure out what I want to get specifically to kind of you know put it all together.
Yeah. You
That
know
that's what I want.
that I mean that's the unfortunate part of life
Hmm.
is death. That stuff happens, and I don't want to take it to
Oh
a
yeah,
dark place, but you know, and everybody deals with death in different ways, and
yeah,
you know sometimes an event like Metrotham Con can kind of help pull somebody out of despair. Um,
oh yeah,
so that stuff. You know, I got my family. My family comes first, but then I give my heart and soul to this convention and the people that help support it, and and are a part of it. So I just want this thing to be as special as it possibly can
Oh
be.
yeah. I mean, and like I told you, I mean, I'll do anything I can to make sure that just like last year, it's gonna
Yep.
be good.
Yep.
It's not just gonna be good; it's gonna be great.
Yeah. No,
It's not
I'm,
gonna be great; it's gonna be awesome.
that's true. Yep. It'll be awesome once we have an awesome weekend. Get some rest afterward.
Well,
Because I do a lot of running the weekend of, so um, and this year I don't
oh
think it
yeah,
will be any exception. Um,
oh
because there would definitely be increased foot traffic and um, events and stuff that we've got to take care of. So
so you said that I'm probably gonna be doing tech, right?
yeah, yeah.
So what exactly am I gonna be doing though?
So there's several different things. You can help set up stage, run sound, lighting. Um, really would like for you to maybe be the man behind the music for like karaoke and stuff. I think that would be fun. Um, just kind of being in there, and when people request songs, we'll have a request sheet and stuff. You just kind
Oh
of
yeah.
key it in, boom, let's go, let's play the next song. Here we go, here we go. Um, and then kind of Jalen's going to do his Elvis thing on stage, so that should be fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't care to do that.
Yeah, I think something like that would be cool. Should be a lot of fun.
What about
Get to get
the panels and stuff?
Yeah. There's it's kind of like a divide and conquer for everybody to kind of handle all the different rooms and things going on. Um, so I guess it's kind of we'll have a schedule of,
All
okay,
right.
hey, you're going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that. Here's where you're doing this. But I
Right.
would say for like the nighttime stuff, if you would be willing to do the karaoke,
Karaoke.
with
I'll do
karaoke.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll do it.
I think you'll enjoy that too.
Oh yeah. Just so we're clear though, anybody that decides to do karaoke, make sure though, because it's gonna be different from last year because there was too many people that came on the stage and it was always the same person.
Yep.
And the way I want to do it, I want to do it like with a tally system, like this is how many songs you've done,
Right.
and sort of limit it a little bit.
Sure. I don't. I think if somebody's already gone like 3 or 4 times, and
Yeah.
somebody comes up and hasn't gone at all, they should maybe get bumped up the list.
Which last year was really good. I mean, in
Mhm.
terms of, how it was handled and
Yeah.
everything. And I'm
Yep.
hoping that, I can, you know, step up and, do the best that I can to make it even better.
Right. And that's what we do. We keep working at it, and um,
Oh
it'll be
yeah.
better. I guarantee you it'll be better.
Oh yeah. And I mean, is it gonna be theme specific karaoke? Like,
Uh,
one night's gonna be all Disney.
I don't think we need to limit people. I want them to be able to sing whatever they're comfortable with singing.
Right.
We may name it something Disney related, but if you want to sing Michael Jackson Thriller, knock yourself
Oh
out.
yeah, I was gonna ask you something uh before you actually get off here.
Yep.
You said that there's gonna be villains that interrupt the show and
Yeah.
everything. When are they gonna interrupt karaoke? Who's gonna interrupt karaoke night?
I think I don't know. Maybe somebody from A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oogie, oogie,
Maybe.
boogie. Oh gosh. Uh, Funny thing about that, a guy that I work with, I'm not gonna mention his name though, but everybody, calls him Oogie Boogie.
Mm-hmm.
because he sort of looks like him a little bit.
Gotcha.
So that that would be so ironic.
Either that or maybe somebody from the Aladdin movies.
Hmm.
Maybe we'll see.
Jafar.
I heard since we got a Little Mermaid, you got to have the Sea Witch, right?
Yeah, Ursula
um, those
stealing people's voices.
Those Sanderson sisters are pretty mean too. So
Yeah, Hocus Pocus.
yeah, we'll see what happens with
I,
that.
I was honestly surprised you didn't get anybody from that movie.
Um, Mainly for the simple fact that there's been some conventions that are kind of close that have had some the side characters and stuff.
Right.
Um, Obviously, getting Bette Midler or Sarah Jessica Parker would be probably pretty difficult. Kathy
Yeah.
Najimy, she's gettable, but she's been at some shows that are somewhat close to us, and you
Yeah.
know, was it Thackeray Binks? He's done shows. The kids that are grown up now, they've done shows that are
Right.
close just recently. So, um,
I
I
mean,
I don't like
you
getting
don't
like
like you don't
saying
like swapping
yes,
guests around.
yeah. I mean, if they've already visited somewhere that's close in the area, I don't try to stay away from it. And
I
I
mean, the
really,
guest lineup you got now is good enough.
yeah. I mean, especially for the theme and stuff, it kind of
Oh
fits. And then
yeah,
I always like to have my Power Ranger guests.
and Star Wars,
Always like to have anime
Marvel,
guests and stuff. So, um,
and Marvel. I mean, you have your Marvel
mhm,
guests. You know,
yep,
I mean, you got everything. I mean, I
right,
don't see any reason why people, you know, aren't gonna, enjoy anything. Like,
right,
there's at least like out of all those guests, there's one person that you're interested in seeing.
sure,
I could tell anybody that, and
hmm
they may not be, fans of anything, but like
I,
they know who they are.
I've yet to meet a person that we hand the flyer to or talk about the convention to that doesn't know anybody on it.
Yeah.
I've never met somebody. Um,
Yeah.
I'm excited for Matt Ryan too. Constantine.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
Constantine.
yeah, we got
I
Deathstroke.
need. I've
You know,
I've watched the Keanu Reeves movie.
mhm.
I've not seen the series or the anime.
Oh, it's so good. Matt Ryan. When I hear Constantine, that's who I think of. As he voices, all the Justice League Darks and all that stuff. He's the
Right.
voice of Constantine, and he was in Legends of Tomorrow and all that stuff.
Right.
Arrow.
When I mentioned Constantine to people at my workplace, they said, "Wait, you getting Keanu Reeves?" I'm like, "I wish."
No, not the fake Constantine. The one that actually looks and sounds like him.
Oh gosh. Which, speaking of which, Keanu Reeves is actually wanting to do another Constantine movie.
Yeah, no, I heard that was going to move forward.
Yeah,
I don't know about it.
I don't know either. I mean, I like anything he's in though.
Yeah, I mean, look, I liked the Keanu Reeves Constantine movie, but I'm telling you, after seeing Matt Ryan, I'm like, man,
Yeah,
I can't see anybody
you
else
can't see anybody else.
doing it. Like, even
It's
though
like,
Keanu Reeves has already done it, I can't. Uh, I don't know. It might be tough. Hopefully, it's good.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've never met Matt Ryan or anybody. I mean, I've not even met Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
But I mean, I'm 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 willing to meet him and hopefully get into Constantine. I mean, I've
yeah,
never watched the series or anything.
right. Um, he seems to be a really cool dude too. So
Oh yeah,
we got the voice of Ash. All those Pokemon
yeah.
fans.
Not Veronica Taylor, but
Yeah,
you
but the
know,
one. So you could say the same thing. So who's Goku in your mind? Like, who do you think of when you hear Goku?
Peter Clamus.
Who do you think most people would say is Goku?
Ian James Corlett.
No.
Fine. Sean Schimmel.
And why is that? Do you think?
Because
Just
he's
he's
because
done it the
he's
longest,
the longest. I mean,
right?
I don't like the guy personally, but I will give him props. I mean,
Sure.
he's Goku,
Yeah. So
but he's not my
this
Goku.
right, and that's okay. But the same can be said. The same can be said about Sarah Nato Cheney. She's been voicing Ash for 20 years,
Oh, I
almost.
mean, no doubt about it. I mean, I've never met her, but I mean, I've
Yeah.
met Veronica Taylor.
Right.
But I'm looking forward to meeting her. So she'll be, the second Ash I've met.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I think people remember her more than they do Veronica though.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
'Cause-
Veronica voiced Ash for the first 8 seasons, right? And then
Yep.
after that, it's been Sarah all the way up until
Yep.
now, right? So, most people that's heard Ash speak is they've heard Sarah.
They heard Sarah, and I mean, she's good. She's really good.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I like Veronica Taylor's voice, but I think Sarah's voice, honestly, I think it's a little bit better than Veronica's.
All that stuff,
mean,
it's
Even though
subjective.
Veronica's my childhood.
Right.
know.
I think a lot of it's nostalgic, right? For me, I like the OGs, right? Because that's what I watched. That's when I watched it and was really into it. I haven't watched Pokemon in years. Not
I
like
actually
episode for
watched.
episode for episode,
Me and my girlfriend, we actually did watch the new Pokemon, New
Yeah.
Horizons.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, that's good.
hmm
I need
But
to check it out.
I remember when I was in high school, I was still watching Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every time I get up to go to school and everything, it'd be on 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right. We just had a Pokemon trivia. So that was
Oh
fun.
yeah. So are you gonna have the Pokemon still there?
Uh-huh. Yeah. We're doing the Pokemon meet and greets and we're going to call it Pokemon Snap. So
Pokemon Snap.
you got to find the Pokemon with the random encounters in the wild, right? And if you find the
Can I throw an
mysterious
apple at
Mew,
it?
sure.
Okay.
If you find the mysterious Mew and get a picture with Mew and take it to our pirate station, they will give you a special prize. So
All right.
that's kind of the interactive stuff. We're going to have a 24/7 champ. So there'll be somebody walking around with a belt, referee close in tow. You can go up and challenge him and stun him and pin him, and then you become the champion. And it's going to be a fun, see how many times the title can change.
Yes. Yes. BJ Starshine said, Will we ever get a 2000s theme Metrotham Con?
Yes.
We have to.
Probably after next year.
Yeah, because Star Trek's next year.
Yeah, Star Trek, Star Wars next year, then
Trek
probably
War. I like how you mentioned Trek Wars,
Mhm.
because there's a game I was actually playing the other night called Trek Wars with William Shatner.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a pretty bad game, but just the novelty of it,
Right.
William Shatner is in a video game.
Yeah.
And it was, F&V game. It's interesting.
Yeah. I've even got our closing ceremonies announcement video ready for that, so it should be fun.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I'm looking forward to this year. I appreciate you letting me be a part of it. Being part of the team.
Yeah, I mean and I'm thankful to you for everything that you do, and for really for everybody. If you've told one person about Metrotham Con, I'm thankful for what you've done, right? Because word of mouth is still the most powerful form of advertising.
I mean, I've been advertising it, on Twitter as well. I
Yeah.
keep telling people buy tickets,
Yeah.
and and I think you know I think a lot of people. I mean, you'll have a good turnout this year.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And just to give you some insight perspective, it looks like our pre-registration will be triple what it was last year. So that's what we're
You saw my
trending.
eyes just go.
Now that's pre-registration, right? That's still
Pre-registration.
you still need people to show
Yeah,
up the day
yeah.
of, kind of stuff. But
So you
you know,
said last year was 4,000, wasn't it?
last year was 3,406.
3,406. So you said three times that would be almost 6,000 people.
Well, that was our total attendance last year. Our
Right.
pre-registration last year wasn't 3,406. It was less than that.
Okay.
But pre-registration can kind of give you an indication of, what a turnout will be like. So we're trending in the right direction.
Oh yeah. I mean, but that's still good though.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited. The more the merrier, the more people that we can, show that we put
Oh
our heart and
yeah.
soul into it. We sold several more Metrotham Con Forever passes this year. So yeah.
Hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, and that's good on you guys, because that helps people don't realize that the $200 asking price, it ain't that much really.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you get a shirt,
Right.
you get VIP,
Yep.
and and you get to go to the convention for free
Right.
forever.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not bad.
Yep. We've kind of amped up our VIP stuff too. So there's
Oh,
there's new perks for VIP this year.
right,
One of them is preferred seating, for main stage and second stage events.
right,
So there'll be, VIP sashes on the seats that VIPs have first option on those. And then there's going to be certain times where VIPs will have access to the hospitality room for snacks and
right.
drinks and beer. We'll have
Beer.
free beer for them. So there's some new
Yay,
perks.
beer.
I
I
won't be
mean,
drinking any beer, but
me neither. I don't drink beer. I drink something with flavor.
yeah,
Oh Lord. I mean, it's gonna be great. I mean that's why I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to seeing you down there, and everybody, especially Dustin and
yeah,
Justin, and
yeah,
that's what it means to me. It's more than just the guests and everything. It's being with
right,
you guys, and
yeah,
you know because you guys are the heart and the engine you know of the convention,
no.
and that without yuns, you know and I think there should be an award for that though, actually.
What's that for?
Yeah, for someone that has done the most,
Mhm.
like in someone who has done the most, for the convention, and
Yeah,
like there should be something like that.
yep. They're so basically what we'll do is we'll do I've already thought of it. We're going to do a like volunteer of the year kind of thing
Yeah.
where it's just going to be like all the volunteers, we do a blind vote, right? You write down who you think is deserving of it. You put it in the ballot box. And then we just tally it up. Whoever has the most votes, they're going to win a ride in the Superman Lambo.
Yeah, Lamborghini.
That's one thing, and another thing that we were kind of looking at is coming up with some kind of prize pack for them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we're definitely going to do something like that this year.
because they deserve something, for
Yeah,
all the hard work they put. Which I wish we could do it for everybody, but you know,
look at that. We talk about it. Just sold a Metrotham Con Forever Pass. Just got
just
the
now, just
yeah,
now.
just
I
now.
wonder who. I wonder who though.
I don't want to shout her out just in case she wants to stay anonymous.
Anonymous person, thank you.
Right.
But there you go.
Yeah. So, and it just makes sense to be honest with you, um, to do the Forever Pass because we're just going to keep adding value to the VIP, and with Forever, you're VIP forever.
Yep.
So, I mean, if you get to that price point, now obviously we're gonna have to raise it. We can't just keep it the same forever. Because at some point everybody's just like, I'm buying that. And then we will never have any more ticket sales because all of our, 15, 20,000 attendees all have forever passes.
Yeah. You can't do it like that.
No, you can't do it like that.
I mean, I would limit it though. I mean, that would be me though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but at the same time, I mean, if it's people that are going to actually show up each and every year,
Right.
That's how I would see it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I've been to all. I mean, I've been to 4 of them. This will
Yeah.
be my 5th one.
Yeah. I mean, you want to build loyalty, right? But you want to earn their loyalty, right? You by putting on a good show that they want to come back to. And I think the Forever Pass is when somebody's like, okay, I love what they're doing, right? I've bought into it. I'm excited about it. I want to go every year. So the Forever Pass means more to me than anything, even though, and like if we're talking numbers and crunching dollars and all that stuff, just from a business standpoint, the Forever stuff
Right.
will cost the convention money at some point, right? But it also builds that fan loyalty. And man, every time we sell one, I get so excited because I'm like, there's another person that really kind of literally bought in to the vision of what we're doing. So that's special.
Yeah, it is.
Like I said, just from a business perspective, you can't keep it that price point forever. Dragon Con's Eternal badge is thousands and thousands of dollars at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think you would live long enough to get your money's worth.
Yeah, and not just that. I mean, plus, I wouldn't be able to go to it every year.
Right. Because
whereas with Chattanooga, it's in Chattanooga, it's just 3 hours for me.
Right. And the hotels won't cost you $600, $700 a night.
Yeah. I got a Super 8.
Hey, it don't matter.
It's gonna be I'm gonna be the only one in there.
Yeah, you're in it to win it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean that's the way I've always been. If I can, and that's the thing with me. If I can be a part of something, and help you, expand your vision, and try to help people. I'm wanting to do my own thing at the same time, but helping you guys out is more important than that, I think. Because
I think there's a way, you know, for multiple reasons. So I have this conversation all the time, and it really kind of brought it to light. We were yesterday, we were at the AMC 18 promoting at the Star Wars. That's when their first night, right? That they were showing
Right.
the Phantom Menace. I think it's the 25th anniversary. Um, a couple came up to us, and we were like, "Hey, have you heard of Metrotham Con?" And they're like, "Yeah, we've been every year." And I'm like, "Okay." So I kind of stepped back and looked at them and stuff, and I go, what is it that you kind of like about the convention and stuff? And they named off a bunch of things, and they're like, "Man, it's like the most fun. It's it's very similar as far as like content and stuff to like Dragon Con. There's a lot of really good content, and we can see that it's going to grow and it's heading in that direction. But it was very eye opening because they said they go to other conventions, and
Right.
ours is one of the ones that they choose.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just asking them, I was like, what is involved in that process? I already know the answer, right? Because if I'm going to do something, if I'm going to put my heart and soul into something, I'm going to know the business of it, right? I'm going to know the internal workings and all the
Right.
variables and aspects of it. They were like, well, it kind of depends on getting time off from work, right? That's a big one.
Right.
And finances. Okay. So if you put those two things into perspective,
Mm-hmm.
would you think conventions are a competition? If people have limited income and can only get a certain amount of days off. So let me put it to you like this. So
It would be competition.
our convention's the weekend before MomoCon.
Right.
If somebody's like, hey, I could only get off one weekend,
Right.
am I going to be mad that they picked MomoCon? No, they could only get off one weekend. If that's the one
Mm-hmm.
that they go to all the time, okay, I can't, if
Right.
somebody's like, well, I only have X amount of dollars, I'm going to both of them, but I could only get, Lou Ferrigno's autograph at Metrotham Con. I would love to get some other ones, but I got to save the money for MomoCon coming up.
Right.
Does that hurt my business, right? Yeah,
No.
it does. No, it
Well,
does.
yeah,
Because
does.
they don't have as
Okay.
much money
Right.
to get other autographs, which in
Okay.
turn helps
Yeah.
the guarantees, right?
Yeah, it does hurt.
So
Yeah. Sorry.
I know I know everyday people struggle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Financially, the job's not giving them the time off that they want. I
Yeah.
understand that. I get that, and that's why I try to make everything as affordable as possible. As far as our vendor fees go,
Right.
our badge prices go, our merchandise that we're going to have. I try to make sure the celebrities try to keep they set their prices, but if I think it's really
Right.
high, I've had to do that before. I'm like, hey, Chattanooga's a smaller market in the South. We can't
Right.
charge New York prices here. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're not going to do well, you
Right.
know. Whereas somebody that charges, $150 in New York, yeah, a lot of people have more
Yeah.
money in New
And
York.
it goes back to it goes back to what we were talking about, with Mark Hamill,
Sure.
there just wouldn't be no way he would come here because,
I mean, would there be a lot of people that would pay it because they haven't had the opportunity to see him? Sure. But imagine how many more people would want it if it was only $80.
mm-hmm.
And in the grand scheme of things, he would in turn make more money because there'd be 3 times as many
Yeah.
people that could afford his autograph.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, I would.
that's my philosophy behind it. If they set their prices, it's ultimately up to them. But I try
Right.
to, make for sure, if it's crazy expensive or something like that,
Mhm.
try to limit that, or be like, hey, or can we do a little something different? Chattanooga's not a huge city. It's in the South. It's not a
Yeah,
huge market. A lot of people don't have a lot of expendable income here, so
that
can we,
that's
do a little bit better?
and that's the thing with me, when it comes to finding guests. I mean, like I told them, I mean, the guests make their own prices. I
Right.
mean, I can't tell them what prices they can make,
Right.
you know, because that's their business.
Sure.
I mean, that's how and people don't realize this, that's how they make their money, that's
Right.
how they live. Going to
Yep.
conventions, meetups, and stuff like that.
Yeah. And look, I know a lot of people got upset when celebrities started charging like $20-$30 more to sign a Funko Pop. But and I get it, that sucks, right? Because a lot
Yeah.
of people like Funko Pops. But I can tell you why they did it, and I understand why they did it. Because collectors that own these big
Hmm.
shops were going through and getting
Yep.
these things signed and turn around and selling them for
Sell them. Yep.
3 times as much.
Yeah. Friggin' scalpers. Yep.
So the only way they can
It
combat
makes
that
sense.
is to charge more for them, so those same collectors won't buy as many to do that with.
Right. And if that wasn't the case, that I'm sure they would sign a
Sure.
Funko without charging more.
Sure.
But I mean
But
that's just
and that may not be the only thing. Some of them may be like,
right.
hey, I can make an extra $30, per Funko. Sure, there's going to be some of that. Not
Hmm.
everybody's, a good person. um, but and the whole point of that is I know we have to kind of set ourselves apart
Hmm.
because we are fighting for people's time off from work, right? We're
Right.
fighting for people's expendable income because they only have so much of it. If,
Right. I mean,
if you so you're a convention goer, you love conventions. If you
yeah.
had all the money in the world, you'd go to all of them, and it wouldn't
Mhm.
matter. Then they wouldn't be competition. But
Yeah.
since you only can get off X amount of days per year, you only make X amount of dollars, right? And there's other bills and things that you have to pay
Yep.
for. You have to pick and choose, right? And you're
Right.
going to pick the ones that you have fun at, that you see that they work hard at being better and being different and providing a really good service to you. You're going to
Mhm.
reward that convention with your hard-earned money,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, and that's what we work hard at doing. Um, and we'll continue to do that and try to be
And
creative. I think the theme thing, there's a lot of conventions that have kind of started doing that a little bit, where
mhm.
they've changed like the themes, from year to year. Um,
Right.
but I think that gives us kind of a leg up. We can be a whole fresh new take of a convention every single year.
Yeah. And not just that. I mean, like I sell it when I'm at work, and I tell people about Metrotham Con, I basically sell it like it's two conventions because
Right.
it is.
Sure. Yeah.
Because it's not just, I mean, you got the, during the daytime, all the
Mhm.
guests and stuff like that. But
Yep.
then you also have a secondary convention, which is the after dark stuff.
Right. Right. So you got the daytime stuff, you got after dark, and then you have the theme elements, right? So we have a lot
Hmm.
of Disney programming, and then we have a lot of stuff that's not Disney as well. And then we
Hmm.
have kids stuff. So it's like multiple events all kind of within the
Hmm.
overall event.
And
Um,
that's smart.
sure. When you think of conventions that are only one fandom, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say it, but I don't think that's smart. That's
I mean,
probably
look
not,
at
not
look
good.
at conventions like Morphin Con. I mean, it's all Power Rangers,
Right.
or
And
or
well,
Kamea Con, which is all about Dragon Ball.
right. Um, few of those have the steam to last.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why those are good examples of ones that can last is because the fan base and they
Mm-hmm.
continue to make new content, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
always a super popular thing.
It's all
Um,
yep. It's all about the
whereas
content.
whereas I've seen several, Doctor Who only conventions disappear, Walking Dead conventions disappear, a lot of that stuff because if you don't like The Walking Dead, you're not going to it.
Mm-mm.
And if
Or if you
you
can't find time to go to it, then
right,
that
and if you're only one fandom, you could only have those guests so many times before your attendees of like, I've already met them.
yeah, I've
I've
already met
already got
them.
their autograph.
Yeah.
Why would I go?
And I realize that now, when you told me you didn't want to, like, at first you were hesitant to invite Vic again because
Sure,
you've already gotten him there
sure.
before.
Hmm.
But I mean, there's nothing wrong with having guests, reoccurring guests, every now and then. But
Sure.
I seen how I see your point though.
Yeah. I mean, Eric Stewart's a reoccurring guest. He was at our
Yeah,
first year.
yeah.
So, but
Well,
that's a
that
big
was
gap.
virtual. That was virtual though, wasn't it?
No, our first one wasn't. It was at Camp Jordan
Okay.
Arena. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh, so yeah, we had the first one. We had a virtual one that was the same time of when our second convention was supposed to be. Right. Then we had Oh the Horror. Then we had Revenge of the '80s, Return of the
yeah.
'90s, and now it's the Magical World of Metrotham.
Master.
And when I say that, I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like there's a history there,
Mhm.
and these banners tell that history. Like I've got the Oh the Horror, the Return of the '90s.
It's kind of like wrestling posters, like
Yeah,
of all the pay-per-views.
right. Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of cool to see where you've been and kind of where you're going and where you're at. And where we're
Oh
at
yeah,
is less than 2 weeks away.
Lord, I wish it was already here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy,
I
it
can sit and say I wish we had a couple more months to plan, but that's just the planner in me, right? Because I want to
yeah
keep adding and adding and adding and making it better and making it better. But there's only so much time, and then the show goes on.
yeah. I mean,
And,
you
and it,
could just improv it,
yeah,
just go live.
sure.
Fuck it, we're going live. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, we partnered with Streamily this year, so if people
Streamily.
can't make it to the convention, they can still get an autograph from one of our celebrities.
That there you go, babe, right there.
Yeah,
She's sad.
yeah,
But hey, that's good for people that can attend. I mean, you
yeah,
still get an autograph from somebody, and plus, I'm gonna be streaming. I told people that because
yeah,
they want me to stream, and they want to see the convention, check it out, and I'm going to be doing that. I
yeah,
mean, but I also I know I have to work as well, because I'm part of the team.
yep,
But I don't care to do any of that stuff. I've multitasked before.
yeah. And and for me, it's going to be a very busy weekend,
Oh,
but we just got to make sure we stop and take that moment and take a deep breath and be like,
mhm.
okay, you know this is it, this is why we do that, and have make sure we take time to have those moments like Darius, like the kid in the One Piece, the Luffy cosplay in the wheelchair
Yeah,
that stood up.
he's in my Discord server.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that man, that was such a cool moment. And then the Bear family that won the VIP thing, and then
Yeah,
it's there's just moment after moment after moment last year. So I'm excited to create
and
more moments.
they won't be there this year though, sadly.
Yeah,
I was looking forward to his Walt Disney
yeah, me too.
cosplay. Oh my gosh. I
I
mean,
mean, his Giovanni would have been great.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Especially,
the
given,
Pokemon guess.
our Pokemon guests.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm looking forward to meeting Eric Stewart. I mean, I've met him before. I met him at Lexington Comic Con.
Yeah.
I mean, he's all right.
Yeah. And you'll meet some, and it's all in when you meet them, how you meet them, what kind of day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that stuff. Um, Eric's a consummate professional. We've communicated, over the years, and he's
Oh
always
yeah.
kind of been there, and
Oh yeah. I mean, I've
um,
not had any bad interaction with him. I mean, I wished I had money to, get an autograph with him or a picture with him, but
yeah,
it's hard to do that. You know.
yeah. He's got one of those voices, man, that are just iconic. Like
Mhm.
I love his voice and everything that he's done.
Yep.
Um, and as far as like the Pokemon go, he's voiced a bunch of Pokemon too.
Oh yeah. I mean, Squirtle and a lot of them.
Yeah, he voiced the entire Squirtle squad.
Squirtle Squad. Oh, we gotta do something like that. Uh,
Well,
that would be
our
cool.
first year we had him and Rachel Lillis, who's Jesse. So we had Jesse and James, and they snagged one of the volunteer walkie talkies and did the prepare for trouble and make it double. They did it over. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh, it was so perfect. They did it. It
Oh my
sounded
gosh!
exactly like the anime. That was such a
Protect
cool
the
one.
world from devastation.
Yeah, no, it was great.
that
It was great.
was yeah. I mean, that's much, but I mostly remember him as Kaiba.
Yeah,
I mean, I made a Perler Bead art, which, by the way, I am going to be selling Perler Bead art
that's
if
fine.
that's all right.
Yeah, yeah, that's
I mean,
fine.
I made a bunch of them,
Yeah,
but
sell you, make you some money for some autographs.
hopefully,
Yeah,
oh yeah. I mean, I'm going to be selling them for like $5 a piece. I mean,
yeah,
it's cheaper than what most people sell them for.
sure. Yep.
But I mean, that's the thing, like you said, competition, usually, you know, I mean, that's the way to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
You always try to give them something that the competitor isn't giving them.
Whether that be and one thing, especially in today's market,
Hmm.
who's the cheapest?
Who's
You
the
know what I
cheapest?
mean? Like,
Which I mean, right now, and I am when I get to the kitchen, like I already told my friends, they're gonna help me set it up and everything because it's they're gonna watch over my table
yeah.
if that's all right.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine.
But I mean, like I want to make sure that people, you know, they're they're gonna have something to remember.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Most
mean,
definitely.
like I tell people, I'm still gonna be making content. I mean, I'm a YouTuber.
Right.
I mean, and I'm gonna try to, you know, make some content.
Yep. And that's you should have opportunities to do so.
Oh yeah, and you've given me opportunities to do that, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. You're very welcome.
I think people watched my Joshua Seth interview that I did.
Uh huh.
Like when we talked about Akira, that was awesome.
Yeah. No, I love Akira.
Yeah, like we just sat down and I had the Blu-ray of Akira, and I was, holding it and I was talking about the manga and everything with him. It was a really good interview,
Yeah.
but I didn't have like, any unique setup or anything. Like now I do. Look at this. I got propel mics,
There you
you
go.
know. I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
He's ready to go. In there like Flynn. In like Flynn.
Oh
Quentin
yeah,
Flynn.
Flynn. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's one more thing though before we end this stream because I know
Yeah,
you're tired.
I'm tired.
Uh,
Yeah.
but I actually got a message from a voice actress. I'll pull it up on my phone here,
Okay.
and she's been trying to get a hold of you.
You talking about Stephanie?
Yes, Stephanie Natalini.
Yeah.
I told her.
Um,
I said just contact Mark.
yep. I've talked to her. And I make it. I say the same thing to any of them too. You know, she just did a show here in Chattanooga.
Right.
Um, I feel like I would be doing a
But she was supposed to be a guest last year.
sure, yeah, and she had to
Right.
do Kamea Con.
Yeah, Kamehameha,
Hmm.
which unfortunately, yeah.
So which is why she couldn't do ours.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I won't comment on that. Not about her. Something else.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, yeah. But I basically I was like, hey, you know, I would love to have you as a guest. I really don't like having, you know, if you were just here in Chattanooga less than a year
Yeah.
ago, you know, it was 6 months ago.
Mhm.
Um, for one, I'd be doing a disservice to her because
Mhm.
anybody that's from Chattanooga that
Yeah.
wanted to meet
Yeah.
her probably already went to go and meet her at that
Right.
one. So she's not going to make as much money at my
Right.
convention, and I don't want her to have a bad taste in her mouth for us.
Yeah.
Um, you know, whereas, you know, if it had been 5 years ago, okay,
Right.
you know, that's different. But
Oh
less than
yeah.
a year, it's just too soon in the same
Oh
city.
yeah.
Like I said, Chattanooga is not Atlanta. It's not, you know, there's
Mhm.
not a million plus people here. Um, you know, I just I don't know if the fan base is large enough. Now, do we attract a lot of people from outside of Chattanooga? Absolutely. Um,
Me
maybe
being one
almost,
of them.
yeah, maybe almost even, maybe a little bit more from out of Chattanooga than what
Oh
we get.
yeah. But I mean, I basically told her, just
Yeah.
message you,
Yep.
because I'm not in charge of anything. I told her I just help,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
I help promote it. That's all I
Yeah.
do. And like and that's the thing, I try to help everybody, you
Right.
know, and I I'm I know there's not a whole lot that I can do, but I know that there are more things that I can do outside of my limitations.
Right.
You know, I mean, I can be a good mouthpiece.
Hmm. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like um, everyone has value, right?
Hmm.
And it's not always the same
No.
value. Like, there's different. You're good at different things. Different people, you know. And I've always been a believer of figure out what you're actually good at
Hmm.
and do that in life, right? Because if you do something that you're just mediocre at, or you really don't put your heart into it, you're never gonna live a meaningful
Right.
life. You're just not. So you got to find what you're good at, even if it's making perler art, right? If you're really good at that,
I
focus
mean,
on
I'm
that.
good. I'm good at a lot of things.
Yeah, you know, focus on the thing that you're best at. Like I said,
You're
that could
best
be
at.
cleaning. That could be cleaning toilets. If you're
Yeah.
really good at cleaning toilets, how can you turn that into a life sustaining business, right?
Hmm.
And then not only that, if you're really good at it, it's going to be rewarding because you're going to make money. You're going to have fun doing it because you're really good at it. Because most people have fun doing things that they're really good at.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
some people are really good at talking. So okay, you got to go to your brain and be like, hey, how can I use that
I
in
mean,
life? You know, so yeah,
that's what
that
I
would be
tell
my
people all the time. Don't ever knock something till you try it.
sure.
I mean, because I know a lot of people they don't have confidence
Right.
to be able to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I always tell people just do it.
Yeah.
Just try it out first and see if it's something you're comfortable with. And if you want to take it seriously to the next level, then you just got to put in the work.
Yeah. And if you stay in your comfort zone your whole life, you'll never be successful.
Mm-mm.
The things that make you uncomfortable are the things that make you grow as a person, as an intellect, as a business person, you know, anything in life. That's what makes
Mhm.
you grow, because it's going to force you to learn new things and have new life experiences that will make your life more well-rounded and rewarding overall.
Oh
um,
yeah.
Always take that leap, take a chance, and when you do it, damn it, put your heart and soul into it. Because if you don't, when you're old and on your deathbed, you're going to look back and be like, man, I wish
I wish
I
I'd
had
done that.
done that. I tried harder. And you don't want to die with regrets,
Mm-mm.
especially stuff that you were in control of.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? You are in control of your own destiny. If you don't like your situation, what can you come up, write down a plan? This is what you need to do to get out of it and start checking off the boxes one at a
Hmm.
time. You're not going to be able to do it overnight, right?
Baby steps.
Yep. So, I mean, just you got to be working towards that.
And if it doesn't work out, then I mean, always keep planning.
Sure. Yeah, you got to
I mean,
pivot to plan B, C, D, E, F, G. Um,
heck, even go into numbers.
yeah. Yep.
I mean, never give up on anything. And I know that's the cheesiest thing, to tell somebody,
Hmm.
but it's true. I mean, it's the truth
Right.
because, I mean, if you're just going to think about it and not actually do something about it,
Right.
then what is the point? What
Right.
what are you doing? I mean, that's why I'm taking every opportunity that gets given to me. Like, you giving me a platform such as Metrotham Con to be able to, make content and, you know, be able to help you guys grow your brand. I
Yeah.
mean, at the same time, it's growing my brand too.
Right. And that's the thing. That's where collaboration works, right? So
Oh yeah,
we talked about competition, and I won't dwell on it too long, because it is getting late. But we
yeah.
talked about competition. Are conventions that provide a similar service a competition? Yes. Where things are collaborative. So let's use this as an example. So you have two bakeries or one bakery, right? Doesn't matter what the name is. Another bakery buys the building right next to them.
Hmm.
Similar name, copy the menu,
Yep.
similar tasting cookies, right? But they made their prices 20% less than yours. Do you
Yep.
think that's going to hurt that other bakery's business?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're pretty much just alike, but
Yeah.
one's
Because
cheaper.
one's cheaper, people are
Right.
gonna go. People will gravitate towards that.
Whereas that you got that same bakery and a delivery service moves in next door. That delivery service goes over to that bakery and says, "Hey, for a small fee, I bake goods and you can reach more customers."
Hmm.
That is a collaborative win-win situation.
Hmm.
That's when two businesses collaborate and aren't competition. They help each other grow,
Hmm.
right? And that's where like somebody like us and YouTube personalities and stuff like that are a collaborative. We're collaborative entities.
Right.
We can help each other grow.
Oh yeah.
So, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they understand that, right?
I mean,
What's actually collaboration and what's competition?
and the reason I even brought that up is, I tried to do an interview with uh uh with the Black Ranger, the Black
Uh-huh.
Power Ranger.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and he basically, I mean, he wasn't rude about it,
Right.
but it came off as to me
Okay.
because he basically said, "Oh, your channel is small," like, which I get it. My
Right.
channel is small. I mean, I don't have 100,000 subscribers. I
Right.
don't have a big, viewer base.
Right.
But then I found out that he did an interview with a podcast, which has less subscribers than me.
Gotcha.
The radio
Yeah. Yeah.
podcast,
Yeah.
Rebel Radio, them
Uh-huh.
people. I mean, they're good guys. I like them.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did an interview with them. But he didn't want to do an interview with me.
Gotcha.
So, I
Yeah.
mean,
Stuff like that, I don't. Again, it's up to the individual. But it's,
and
man,
after him telling me that,
when
just
when life
that,
hands you lemons, you make lemonade, right? That's the
right.
saying.
And that lit a fire under my butt. Actually, it did.
Yeah.
It lit a fire under my butt. I need to make more content.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take every single opportunity that I can get, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
do it.
Yeah. That's the mindset you got to have.
hmm That's what I told everybody. That lit a fire under me.
And sometimes that's what it takes.
hmm Well, I won't keep you on any longer. I know you're tired. I appreciate it, Mark.
Yeah.
You coming
I
on?
appreciate you and everything that you do. And I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.
I still haven't gotten no posters though.
It's
It's all right.
it's
But
it's a little less than 2 weeks away.
right. I mean,
So
my mouth is better than a poster. I mean, I've showed people the website and everything. So.
right. Yeah. We'll have to definitely figure something out for next year because I want to push Trek Wars heavy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially the guests that we're gonna have. It's gonna be fun.
But thank you for coming on, Mark.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's always good to have you on here.
Yeah, and it's
And
always good.
everybody loves you.
Well, I love them too. Anybody that loves me and is inspired by what I do, and I'm down. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Oh yeah. Well, you have a good night.
You too.
I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thank you all so much. If you want to support Mark, support Metrotham Con. Uh, you know, just do whatever you can. I mean, if you can't get a ticket, to support them, just follow their Facebook page.
Sure. Share a post.
Yeah, share the post. I mean,
if you can't make it, but you like our celebrities, buy an autograph online from Streamily.
yeah,
That helps.
Extremely.
Yeah.
But thank you, Mark, and thank you all so much for watching the stream. Thank you, everybody in the chats. You can follow me on my social media at Canvas Pirate on Twitter and subscribe to the channel for more content. This has been PC signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. You have a good night, Mark.